Me when my teacher told me that the plural of fish is exactly the same. No fishes. Me, I'm a strong independent adult. Also me when the oil on the pan suddenly starts bubbling. You have had a good summer documenting grizzly bears in Alaska, so you decide to stay another week. I think a bear is outside the tent. Amy, grab the camera. My knowledge about random animal facts. My knowledge about a subject that I got my degree in. Britain invaded half the world for spices but decided to not use any of them in their food. When someone has explained something to you 7 times and you still don't get it and you hope they forgive how stupid you are. When you don't know the answer to exam question but you refuse to leave it blank. Me, wanting friends, not wanting to contact anyone on a regular basis. Guys literally only want one thing and it's effing disgusting. Are you doubting yourself? I believe in you, so believe in yourself too. This is peak content. Cringe brain rot. Kids these days. Britishers when they have to leave India because an old man refused to eat. Setting the TV volume to an odd number. Setting the TV volume to an even number. Setting the TV volume to a multiple of 5. I spent an hour making a tasty healthy meal. My toddler, vegetables. White shell. It's like a blue shell but inverted. White shell, blue spikes and wings. It hits the person in last place, just to be a D. Took my 6-year-old to a classmate's birthday party today. He was the only other kid there. His parents thanked me for bringing him and said he was the only one their son wanted to invite because my son's the only one in school who's nice to him. Teach your kids to not be assholes. Not bad kid. People who go to protests and rallies. People who actually stay after protests to clean the streets. Call of Duty cheaters are being matched up together as punishment. Activision. I use the cheaters to destroy the cheaters. 2021, 2022 and 2023 about to go battle 2020 for worst year ever. Is introduced to humanity. 1961. Me, I don't believe in zodiac signs. Also me when someone is roasting my sign. You lied 30 days ago. Your social friend thinks that you are offline to achieving your goals. Never ask a woman her age. A man his salary. An American what do they call soft drink? My toddler. Sleep. The Titanic sank with approximately 3,000 pounds of garlic bread on board. Me. On the way to see Barbie. On the way home from Barbie. Nicole Brown. Marry or chill. O.J. Simpson. All of them at once I suppose. When your father is yelling at you about being irresponsible on your way to school and you're waiting to tell him that you forgot your bag at home. Artists after splashing some random color into a blank canvas. Roses are red, violets are blue. I didn't mint in your burrito. I wouldn't do that to you. I used to think I could do anything once I grew up too, but in reality I have more responsibilities and things I have to do. Even as an adult I'm still being propped up by the people around me. I know a lot of younger folks are afraid of aging out of your hobbies and interests when you reach your 30s, but what you really should be afraid of is acid reflux. I told a amount of money and she said it's okay and kept dancing on me, and that's actually the nicest thing any woman has ever done for me. Sibling fights don't end in apology. You'll just walk around the house and don't talk to each other for a couple hours and then one of you will pop your head in the other's room and ask if they want food. Napoleonic era military officers watching advantages or openings slip by. Prussian military officers taking initiative right as the situation changes. This is where the fun begins. Me as a wife. If you pay rent I'm paying utilities. If you wash dishes I'm cooking. If you pay for the movies I'm buying the snacks. If you wash clothes I'm gonna fold them. If you sweep the floor I'm gonna mop it. If you pay for the dinner I'm leaving the tip. Come under the blanket, I have something to show you. Germany creates hamburgers. America, unfortunately for you, history will not see it that way. I have good and bad news. Start with the good news. Your son will be allowed to park wherever he wants. How are they the United States if something simple as fully legal in 23 states, fully illegal in 6, and in between for the remaining 21? Huh. Sorry, that was a strange thing to ask. The fly next to my ear 2.71 milliseconds after I brutally laddered its brother. I'm doing my part. My chronic illness is somehow my fault. Chronic illness can happen to anyone because the human body is a reffed up mess. God had to nerf me because I was too powerful. Me at the store trying to understand the difference between rice and rice. It took me 21 years to realize it's hard as hell, not hard as hell. I was today years old when I found this out. When you realize you have to talk to a girl to get a girlfriend. Me lying on my CV. Company lying on the job description. Straight guys after realizing they qualify as semi-bisexual. Man, maybe I'm gay. Nah man, night shift isn't too bad. You just have to get used to it. Michael, age 24. I like you. Thanks. It's hard to believe that Mr. Krabs never fired SpongeBob and Squidward after they tied him up physically, assaulted him and destroyed his property. Pokemon back in the day. Pokemon nowadays. When you open the front camera but it's okay because you're cute. Me watching the boss beat my A in the cutscene after I beat his A in game. You're not doom scrolling, you're hope questing. You need those tiny pieces of joy from seeing friends and strangers share their art, their good news, their wacky unique selves. We need light to live, and we find it in each other. And this is my toxic trait. Me, someone who wouldn't do the same for me. When the page is taking forever to load, so you hit reload, and just that exact moment when you hit reload it finally loaded. When a deaf person wins an auction. I have won, but at what cost? Without revealing your actual age, what's something you remember that if you told a younger person they wouldn't understand? Video games only worked on channel 3. Being dependent on a husband who loves you. Being dependent on an employer who hates you. When you wake up from a dream that was 1,000 times better than your own life. In the 80s, gays be like. Straight men be like. Thanksgiving and Christmas should be 6 months apart. Absurd to see those people again so soon. Insane. If the plural form of man is men and woman is women, why is the plural form of human not human? Why is it humans? How companies think we see prices. $20. $19.99. Dad, why are there so many strong female athletes lately? They were once men. If you did it when you were drunk, you wanted to do it sober. I'm pretty sure I didn't want to sleep outside in a wheelbarrow all night, but alright. It's not that I don't want to get along with them, I just don't know how. Has anyone else made it to their 30s without ever having an official budget? Just checking your bank account a lot plus vibes. Budgets are for people with math brains. I have a brain that is just colors and noise. Things people do in small towns. Drive around, eat at the same 2 restaurants, drive around more, go to town that is slightly bigger, make a bonfire, call friend to see if they want to drive around. If Stranger Things was British, bit odd in it. Why is the pressure to be the bigger person always placed on the person who was wronged? Ah yes, me, my girlfriend, and her $500 4-foot-tall Mary. When you accidentally touch wet food in the sink. Women, domestic violence is a serious issue and we need to find a solution. Man, my wife me. Women. Quitting coffee day 1. Quitting coffee day 2. Guys, I think I downloaded the wrong Star Wars movie. Google, someone just signed in on a device. Do you know them? Me. Well, of course I know him. He's me. Life is so fragile. You think someone is doing okay and then the next moment they're getting really into rock climbing. When I have to throw away a sandwich bag I washed and reused at least 8 times. Companies dumping tons of production waste every single day. If you ever feel useless, just remember that Bikini Bottom has a fire department. Americans when they see the destruction of Japan in World War II. Americans when they see the destruction of the Confederate South in the Civil War. Sometimes I shock myself with the smart stuff I say and do. Then there are times when I try to get out of the car with my seatbelt on. Me building up the courage to unsubscribe from a YouTuber who I have watched grow and progressively become more annoying. Eastern Bloc cars just ride different. I was in a park and a lady loudly called out, "Anyone who wants an ice cream, come over here." I headed over with several others. She handed out ices to them all, then asked me, "Who are you?" I realized the rest were all her family. 30 years later I still cringe. 9-year-old me thinking my mom lied because she's taking longer than usual at the store. I feel sick. Me too. But you're just hungover. Because I'm a rock. Me. Slapped a meat against another meat. My mom. That's very disrespectful to your food. My dad. People who enjoy salt and vinegar chips are a sturdier lead, more prepared for life's challenges. Air vents in real life. Air vents in movies. Doctor, where did you hit your head? Me. Mom, her phone ringing. Me. Me making sure to type thank you to ChatGPT so it spares my life during the apocalypse. When you made up plans to hang out with someone and the time that you both agreed on is getting near. People complaining about having 10 MB per second internet. Me with 300 KB per second. Mom, can I ask you something without you getting angry? August be like, no airflow.
Spare change, ma'am.